This is Matchday Live with NordVPN, the first home game of the new year, and it's an old rivalry reunited this Sunday lunchtime. Nigel, Martyn and Simon Grayson are with us in the studio with Elland Road set for a cracking 90 minutes ahead. It's Leeds United versus Manchester United.
That's an absolute belter! He's hit that one on the target. Viol with the header. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Here we go then. Lunchtime kickoff. Big rivalries, the fixture that everyone looked for at the start of the season, and here it is upon us with less than half an hour to go for Leeds United taking on that lot from over the Pennines. Simon, Nigel, great to have you both here in the studio. This is, well, the crowd are coming in. Guns N' Roses are playing in the background, just getting everyone revved up. Simon, how big a fixture is this and how much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, look, I think we're all looking forward to it. I think you can sense the atmosphere is just building up outside. Early kick-off, which probably not the most ideal time to have a game of this magnitude around, but it is what it is. And yeah, we all can't wait. Get the bragging rights, get 3 points, go home and enjoy it.
Oh, well, that'd be lovely. If we can have the bragging rights and 3 points in a couple of hours' time, it'll be job well done. Nigel, again, like Simon's saying, the rivalry is huge for both sets of fans, for both clubs. There's a lot at stake. It is 3 points, but it always feels more than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the first things that was said to me when I joined the club by the players. You know, it was the Man United fixture is the big one. You know, we've got to make sure we turn up for that game, and you know, it does feel extra special when you're playing against them, definitely. Yeah,
extra special and extra cold here today. It's absolutely Baltic here. You can see the coach arriving here, heading in towards Elland Road, and right through the barrier. Brilliant stuff. Lovely. Just that's £250 if you send that into the correct TV channel. Yeah, straight through the barrier. No messing about. There'll be a few maybe hard-hitting tackles like that. Not worried about any barriers getting in the way, but there you go. The team have arrived safely, we are pleased to say, despite these slight barrier encroachment, Simon.
Well, it's a good start, isn't it?
At least I wasn't driving that bus.
Hopefully the bus driver's not on the team sheet, anyway.
Anyway, they're all here safely, which is the main thing. No-nonsense approach, I think, is what that's setting the tone for today. But here come the team today. On the back of another really good result on New Year's Day, Thursday, was it? It all gets a little bit complicated this time of year, but Thursday. And coming into the Elland Road sunshine, knowing that they are now 6 undefeated, Simon, coming into this, which is the best preparation you can possibly have for a game like this.
Well, it certainly is. In a short space of time, the results, the performances have been really, really good. This month has been unbelievable, which I think anybody, hand on heart, wouldn't have expected, but there's been a resilience, there's a determination, there's been some good quality, and ultimately got the results and the performances. And also, I think if you add into the mix that the results around us have gone our way, that it's been a real successful December. We've got to start the new year in a real positive manner, and what a game to start with today. Get 3 points today, and from a purely league perspective, it's a really strong position to be in going into the second half of the season. But not an easy game, but one that everybody's really looking forward to. And there'll be that determination amongst the group. And I'm sure Daniel will be looking forward to it as well. He's dressed as if he's going to Ibiza.
Yeah, I mean, the sun is shining, Daniel, but it's not that one, mate. It is, I mean, it's beautiful conditions, really. Very, very cold out there, but it is set up perfectly when you look at the conditions today for what should be a great game.
Absolutely, yeah. You get warm by running around and getting stuck into a few tackles. I think that's definitely what the players should try and do. Get this crowd ignited, and they'll carry you through to a good performance.
Yeah, we'll stick here in our jumpers. Right, let's just take a little bit of a look back through the history books here, because we'll only have a couple of hours, we can say this. Simon Grayson, the last Leeds United manager to beat Manchester United. That's all going to change today, and you'll be the second last manager to do it, hopefully. But let's just take a look back to that incredible day in the FA Cup that you masterminded at Old Trafford, of course, Simon. And he didn't want us to play this or talk about this at all, did you, Simon? But, you know, we thought we probably should do.
It's very nice of you to do.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's take a look, because it was Jermaine Beckford with the goal. It was a momentous occasion. And just talk us through your memories of this, and particularly of this moment here from your, as a manager perspective, when Jermaine takes his terrible first touch and then puts it in the back of the net.
And all these years later, Jermaine remains adamant that he meant to take it that bad touch, by the way. And from my perspective, I was obviously in the dugout and I was right behind it. And as soon as he played it past Kuszak, you're thinking, make sure that's got enough pace on it. And obviously, it just had enough before one of the defenders could get back and clear it. And you look at the clock and you go, oh, wow, we've still got about 75 minutes still to go. Then Fergie time off the back of that. But to see the pass from Johnny Howson in the first place, we always knew that Jermaine would be a threat over the top and we could play long, decent balls. And he does what he does. Has a bad touch, but then rectifies it with a clinical finish. And then to turn to your right and see the 9,500 Leeds supporters going mad was an unbelievable experience. But we still knew we had a lot to do, but we had a willingness, a desire, and I think we deserved it over the 90 minutes. And through gritted teeth, Sir Alex said to me afterwards, you deserve that, which I'm not sure he meant it really.
He just said it. It's actually a great finish in the end, isn't it? And of course, this fixture was originally scheduled for January. Oh, there's your younger brother enjoying himself on the sidelines there, Simon.
Amazing what management does to you.
But an amazing occasion. Of course, if Leeds do win today, that's all the media calls for you, getting called up to do interviews as the last Leeds United manager to beat Man. That's all gone. It's all dried up.
The last one to win away from home, then.
Fine, all right. Well, okay.
Always find the spin
all right, we'll keep that one for now. An amazing day. It really is. You know, one that Leeds fans will be singing about from the South Stand round to the Cop today. That date back in on January the 3rd. Nigel, because you had many encounters with Manchester United. Let's take you back to 1997. This was the goal that sealed the game for Leeds from David Weatherall. Great header, this, isn't it?
Yeah, real drive. Wanted to get that header, didn't he? Wanted it the most. Good finish, great celebration. Fans on the pitch almost. Yeah. You know, great times. Very young Harry Kewell there. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, this was, build up really as one of the, the first time we really thought we had a chance against them, and it was a good day.
Now we should say that was the goal, but without your heroics in goal, Nigel, it wouldn't have been 1-0, but you kept that clean sheet.
Just about managed it, yeah. I just signed a new deal with Adidas actually in the week, and I was at Elland Road doing some photographs with them, holding a no entry sign up in front of the goal, which I thought was a bit dangerous, seeing you got Man United next, but
that's a good save.
It managed to work out. Yeah, I didn't catch that one, so you can always add.
Critical.
Yeah, definitely. And I probably was very critical of myself. And that's probably what drives you on. But no, it was a good day.
It's a tough save, that one, that, Nigel, isn't it? Oh yeah, really had to work hard for that one, didn't you?
Well, it's all about positioning at times.
Yeah, they did have opportunities. I mean, they were a really good team. We had a decent team there. That you played in Nigel as well. But Beckham pinging the ball over here, and there you are again to the rescue, spilling that one, just giving them a little thought that maybe someone could come in on that one.
So people can pull a hamstring trying to react to a thing like that. So you just try and suck them in sometimes. But no, it was a great day. And you can see the commitment from everybody. Lucas there throwing his body in. That's what you're going to need in this type of game. We had it that day. Let's hope we have it today.
And atmosphere-wise, as well, those games back there, they were so spicy, weren't they? We want that today, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be raucous, but that makes an impact, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. I mean, the old days when the bus used to come in and park outside the West Stand, and all our fans were waiting there to give them a nice reception. And then I think that particular game, they actually came through the far end and walked through the pitch to get to the dressing rooms, because they didn't like the reception they were getting from our fans.
Lovely stuff. More of the same, please. Just to let you know, 2 changes to the team that played at Liverpool. Noah Okafor and Dominic Calvert-Lewin come in. Ethan Ampadu is suspended for the 5 yellow cards, and Nemecha is on the bench. We'll talk about the team news in a moment, but let's hear from one of the starting 11 who's going to have a very big role today. Ilya Gruev catching up with our commentary team, Bryn Law and Tony Dorigo.
Well, Ilya, everyone knows this is a big one.
Yes.
It's a big one, isn't it?
Of course, everybody knows. We know it. the fans will be there for us, will help us a lot today, and we know what a big game this is for us this season.
Are you excited ahead of a game like this?
Of course, we're excited. I think this is also why we all play football, for these type of games, and we want to show this today with our aggressive play.
The team's on a good run at the moment. Do you want to keep that momentum going through this fixture today?
Of course, I think you have to use it when you're in such a shape at the moment. We haven't lost since 6 games, and we want to keep going and show this and play with confidence.
Final word on the fans. What part can they play for the team today?
A massive part. I think when the stadium is on and buzzing for us, it's so loud and it can help you so much, and it's really difficult for the away team.
Ilya Gruev with a big role to play today. That starting 11 is Perry in goal. Sebastian Bornau, Jacobiel and Pascal Strike, who captains the team today, is that back three. James Justin remains in the team. Jayden Bogle, by the way, who's not in the squad, is a tight calf, we believe. So that's the reason for that. Goodmanson on the other side, and it's Gruev with Stack and Aronson, and then Noah Okafor with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's the 11 that plays today. Let's just start with the miss, I guess, of Ethan Ampadu, captain of the team, and someone who personally, I'm gutted for him, because he would have wanted to play in this game so much, but that unfortunate kind of yellow card from the handball, and he's going to miss this one.
Unfortunate yellow card. It's a disgraceful decision, if I'm being honest, to get booked for that, and his 5th one. Look, I think he's been the player of the season so far. He does an unbelievable job for the team. He just keeps in front of the back 3, back 4 when it's been a back 4. Protects, but he keeps the ball moving. He keeps it simple. He makes a tackle to any 50. Huge miss, because as much as Gruev is a defensive midfield player, he doesn't have the same physicality as him. And in a game like today, you need players that are going to be winning them 50-50 challenges. And if you look at Joe Rodon, another example of a player that leads by example as well, being that 100 games plus of continuous appearances. 2 big misses, but opportunities for other people to come into the team and showcase the talents.
Yeah, and as we've seen, Sebastian Bornau came into the team against Liverpool and had a really good game. Look, the Liverpool game isn't one we're necessarily going to watch back many times in full. It wasn't exactly what you'd describe as a New Year's Day classic, but Leeds went there and did the job, and it was a really good defensive display. And importantly, Nigel, we always look at these things, a clean sheet for the team, and the first one since the back end of August.
Yeah, that'll do the confidence a world of good. Going on a run and, not losing for 6 or 7, whatever it is, and winning games, you still, as the goalkeeper, you still want some clean sheets. So, I'm really pleased, for Lucas that he's got a clean sheet, and, it gives him a little bit of confidence. But it was a defensive display for the most part, but they're the reigning champions. You're not going to go there and sort of go toe to toe with them. You're going to sit back and try and catch them on the break, and we very nearly did that in the end.
That's the things you've got to do sometimes. Just go and do what you can do to get a result, and going to, like you say, the league champions, that you get a result. And on that day we had a couple of half opportunities. Calvert-Lewin had that chance that was slightly disallowed for just being offside as well, and to get the clean sheet was a massive thing, because should have had a clean sheet against Palace a few weeks before that, but to get it against Liverpool at Anfield is a massive confidence boost for everybody. And again, you see players that are getting tight to the opposition, winning the battles, bodies forward. But you've got 2 or 3 players in there amongst it all, and on another day, it's half a yard, if that, offside, and that would have been the icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's talk about Dominic Calvert-Lewin for a moment. Nigel, you said before that game, you were in the studio, before the team news even came out, you said you wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Farke rests Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There's a lot of minutes to manage over this period. You were absolutely right in the end. And he did show when he came on the kind of impact he can have. He starts today. He's in an incredible run of form right now, scoring his last 3 home games here at Elland Road. We know it's 7 in 7 now, but it feels a little bit harsh, doesn't it? Because he only came on for a little bit. But that's what the stats are. But he's going to start today. A big role, and the fans have now taken to Dominic. He's taken to the fans, and it just feels like a really nice feeling at the moment, and seeing him score all those goals.
It's been a good signing, hasn't it? He's been tremendous. The goals are now going in for him, but his work rate, his effort, his team spirit. You know, you see him celebrating when he's been taken off, you know, and somebody else is getting a goal. You see him celebrating. That means a lot to me. It shows that he's really there for the team. But you know, be full of confidence. You know, get the ball in the box and he'll be ready to finish it. You know, he can't wait.
I think it was clever from Daniel as well, because he's got a player that's been slightly injury prone over the last few years. To put him in that sort of run of fixtures where you're playing every 3 days or so was a sensible decision to make, and keeping him in fit is vital, because yes, he's talked about the goals, but his overall play, bringing midfield players, wide wing backs into play, is a physical presence. It's such an important role, and this group of supporters love a centre forward of the old-fashioned centre forwards from the likes of John Charles and Viduka and Lee Chapman, etc. And long may it continue.
Absolutely. It really is bubbling up outside here. Down to one side, we've got our lovely away visitors. Great to have them here, giving it a bit to the south stand, and vice versa. That's exactly what you want, with 15 minutes to go and bringing you your commentary on LUTV are Bryn Law and Tony DeRigo. Let's get their thoughts ahead of this huge Roses clash.
Well, I was awake at around about 5:45 this morning. It's a big game, this one. The sense of anticipation is building nicely down at pitch side. We're looking forward to this encounter. Team news first, Tony. We knew there'd be a change.
Yes, there would, and obviously Ampadu is missing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has started back up top, but it's Okafor that has come in, which is the interesting one. So it's looking like a quite attacking side. So it will be the 3-5-2 again, but how that midfield works will be the interesting one. But we're certainly going to be on the front foot. We're going to make it nice and hot with this atmosphere. In fact, it's that hot, I'm not even feeling the cold. I don't know why you've got gloves and all that on. I'm absolutely fine. But yeah, it's a huge game, and I think it's all about controlling your aggression as well in these sorts of games, because sometimes you can get a bit carried away. It's just keeping calm, but make it hot for the opposition.
Calvert-Lewin having a bit of a rest in the last game. Does that impact positively perhaps on this game now?
For sure. We have a lot of games, short space of time. I think you look at Calvert-Lewin as well. He's doing incredibly well. He'll want to play every single minute, but we know of his injury record. It's just trying to put him out there at the right time with the confidence, keep that going. But he came on at Liverpool, looked sharp as anything, should have scored, or did score. No, I thought it was onside, but unfortunately it wasn't. So I think he'll be, raring to go for this one.
Manchester United side is missing some of its stars. Looks like he'll be a very young bench. What about the atmosphere inside here? How could that play a part today?
It's going to. You look at the games we've had against the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool. Did Chelsea players, do they really understand what they were walking into? We'll ramp it up a notch or two, and that's what Manchester United are walking into. They'll soon realise what it's all about, but I'm not quite sure they do at this point in time. So you're right, a lot of those new players, those young players, haven't experienced it before. We're going to make sure we give them exactly what they're expecting.
Where's the important work that Leeds need to do in this game then?
What's clear is that Manchester United, they can hurt you. They have got some talented players, so we have to be very wary that we don't overcommit, that we keep it nice and tight at the back. But give them the things that they don't like. So get it in the box with quality, whether it's from corner kicks, free kicks, throw-ins, all of it. Send the big boys up and really put it to them physically. I think that will be the important thing. Come on, we can do this.
There you go. I don't need to say any more, do I? Let's do it.
I am concerned they've gone too hard too early. Bryn's been like that since 6:30 this morning. He's getting ready. There you can see Elland Road is preparing for this big match today on a beautiful sunny day, albeit freezing. Man United are a bit of a funny team, aren't they? I mean, Simon, they have been for a while now. We know about the problems that they've had, their lack of consistency, their inability to secure themselves where they would see at the top end of the table. They're in 6th at the moment on 30 points, and they come here today knowing that actually a win today could take them up towards that top 4, but they're missing a lot of players as well, whether it's AFCON or whether it's through injury. They're a bit of a strange team. You're not quite sure what you're going to get.
Well, let's hope today we get the team that doesn't turn up, to be fair. Like you said, they've got a lot of players out through different reasons, but they have got some quality, and that's why we've all got to be very careful that they're desperate to get into them European places with the victory today against us. But yeah, they've got to understand the magnitude of this game that they're going into as well. But we've got to make sure that we show that solidity as defensive units. But we've got to play with our head as well as our hearts. We can't be doing anything stupid. Everybody wants to show the passion and the desire, but you've got to make sure you don't do something stupid and we're down to 10 men very early, which will then make the job very difficult against a strong Manchester United team on paper.
Yeah, they have conceded in their last 14 Premier League away games. Leeds have scored 3 or more in their last 3 home games. This is set up for a hammering, isn't it, Nigel?
I think also Man United have they lost like the most from when they score first. They've lost the most points, haven't they, this season from any team, I think. So it shows a little bit of a slightly softer underbelly that they don't go on and get games sort of finished, and teams can get back at them. So we've got to make sure that they get exactly what they're expecting today.
Yeah, where are the key battles today, do you think? How Daniel Farke's going to set them up? What's he going to be looking at? Is it keeping a player like Matheus Cunha quiet? Is it that kind of thing? Where do you think, Simon?
Yeah, I think defensively we've got to be strong. I think when you look at them, they've got some decent attacking forwards. I'm not sure defensively they're the strongest. So out of possession, we need to still be very organised and to keep that strong mentality. But when we're in possession, go and put it on them, ask questions of them. I think over the last few weeks when we got the results, we've been a little bit more direct than we probably have been in the past. Got it up to Calvert-Lewin and got support around him. Ask questions in that final third, because the supporters will just want to see that. They want to see crosses in there. They want to see all action opportunities. But make sure you don't get done on the counter-attack, because that's what Man United will do very well, and we have to be aware of that. And losing Ampadu, as I said earlier, is a big miss in that respect of how we need to play the game as well.
Yeah, well, Ethan Ampadu is one who sets the tone. Another player who used to set the tone here at Elland Road and would have loved nothing more than to be involved in a game like this. He'd be nibbling away at the opposition players. He's here with Polish TV doing some punditry. So we caught up with Mateusz Klich ahead of today's game.
Mateusz, great to see you back. How are you doing? Okay?
Good, yeah, thank you. I think I brought the weather with me.
It's a chilly one. Is it good to be back in this place?
It's very good, yeah. I couldn't wait to come back, to be fair, yeah. I always want to come back as a fan, and yeah, I'm here.
It's a big game you've come back for as well. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that the game was available for me to come, because I have a winter break right now in our season, so it's a great game. I expect to win, because it's been a long time.
Have you been keeping an eye on how Leeds have been doing on the return to the Premier League?
Yeah, I've been watching games, and obviously not every game, but the game I watch, and lately is a good form, and hopefully the boys can win today.
Yeah, having watched them recently, do you think they can do it today?
Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to be hard to beat. They switch the system, there's different formation, and I think they look harder to beat.
Manchester United have got a few missing as well. Will that help Leeds, perhaps?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Bruno Fernandes is playing or no, but I don't think so. And if he's not playing, then obviously he's a huge player for Man United. So I think it's a good time to beat them.
You know what the atmosphere can be like in this place. What part could that play today?
Good. I'm hoping for the good start, because that's huge. And I think the first 10-15 minutes is going to be massive for the game. And I hope Leeds will going to score early one, and then they're going to win.
Yeah, we're all hoping for the same, and great to have Clicky here at Elland Road, bit of a cult hero, of course. Right, we are edging towards kick-off, just over 6 minutes away. There is a massive opportunity here, isn't there, for Leeds? Given the other results, the form that Leeds are in, 6 unbeaten, West Ham losing to Wolves yesterday, they then play Forest next match. Forest lost as well, Bournemouth lost yesterday. A win today puts Leeds 10 points ahead and clear of that relegation zone, and also a place further up the table. Simon, I mean, the prize at stake here, yes, it's a point or 3 points, however you look at it, but could be really, really significant.
Well, it can. Forget the rivalry of the game. The 3 points is all that matters, and regardless who we're playing after the results yesterday, it's huge, because that gap, and then it's another probably point given the goal difference as well to West Ham. It's like 13-14 at this moment in time, which is a lot to make up as well. So the bigger picture is making sure get at least a point. 3 points is going to be what we're desperate for to get us out of that even further away. And then all of a sudden, in the next few weeks, you're not just looking below you, you're looking to catch up the likes of Bournemouth and other teams that are above you. So,
Manchester United.
Yeah, well, you never know. I mean, you can go past them and be even better.
How much credit does Daniel Farke and this squad of players take over this run, that run of 6 games that has seen us create this buffer that puts us in a position to be talking in the way that we are today, Nigel? Because it wasn't like this a month and a bit ago.
No, I mean, we were at Man City, weren't we? And, you know, with the run of games we had coming up after, there was a, you know, talk of maybe replacing him. I think in the second half at Man City is when he changed the formation, and he's come across something, and the players have responded to it as well. And we've gone on this run ever since, and he deserves full credit for that.
Okay, we are very close to kick-off now. You can see behind us, there's not a seat to be had. Of course, it's Leeds United against Manchester United. The place is packed, the sun is shining. But how is this game going to go for the Mighty Whites? Right, Simon, I'm going to come to you first as the last Leeds United manager. I'm saying this for the last time, of course, to beat Manchester United. How's this game going to go? What do you think is going to happen?
Again, as Clicky said there, it's important to get a good start because this place recently, well, all season has been a great place to play. So important the first 15-20 minutes, win your battles, get the first goal, win the game 1-0.
1-0, there you go.
Oh, I'll take 1-1 then.
So,
I'll take 1-0.
1-0 and 3 points, or 1-1 and you still get phone calls saying, can we have a chat with you because you're the last lead? Nigel, how is this one going to go? You haven't got skin in the game like this one over here. So how's it going to go?
I'm going to go one better. I'm going to go 2-0. I think we're going to score early, dominate things to start with, and then a good strong second half will see us 2-0.
Okay, well, hopefully both of those predictions come true. A big opportunity here for Leeds United. 3 points at stake, but it means so much more than that, as you and all of us know here at Elland Road. Let's head to your commentary team as the players line up in the tunnel for this huge rivalry, the Roses match. It is Manchester United coming here to take on Leeds United. It's nearly time for kick-off, and your commentary team are Bryn Law and Tony DeRigo.
Here they come. Leeds United emerge from down below to a huge roar from fans who've been taking their places just that little bit earlier today to make sure that they create the biggest noise possible for the big